Hey everyone, welcome back to Nathan Collects. Today we're back with another unboxing from the Mini GT lineup. So we are having this 77 Roxy in our hand. This is the recent release from the Mini GT lineup of the Porsche 911 GT3R. So we have this card art here. As usual, imsa track card art. You can see the beautiful graphical representation of the Porsche here with the 77 decal. You might have noticed in the previous blisters it doesn't have this AO Racing logo with the tiny cute dinosaur in the blister representation, but this one 77 Roxy seems to have this one. All is said and done, let's get into the uncarding. So this is gonna be a tough job because the blister is really thick, and I had posted a video on the McLaren LBWK, the red one, if I'm not wrong, the gem red one. It was really hard to cut open the blister. Let's see how long and how much effort this one takes. So one of my friend Mukul shared a video on how to cut blisters without taking much of the damage or taking too much of stress. So the video showed like you make one cut over here, two here, and the third cut over here. You just take it in the same stretch, try to make a small outline, then you just keep on slicing it until it goes through. Make sure you use a very small knife so that it doesn't pierce through here, as if it does it can ruin the card art here, and it can pierce really fast also depending on what's your cutting pressure. So I managed to cut it pretty neatly. Since this is my first try in cutting the blister, there are some imperfections here as you can see, but I do not care much about the blister. I just want to unbox the card and feel the car in hand. So that's my motto at least. So I managed to cut the blister here as you can see. This is gonna get damaged due to the improper cutting on the sides, but that is something which I am ready to take risk of. The box is pulled out and the car already falls inside. So there's this extra blister inside for the protection, and there's also a blister inside the box, so you can store the car inside the box also, or you can use the blister as a storage method. So this is our car here. I'll just keep it here and keep this all the packing aside. So the car is out. So this is the 77 Roxy in hand. So the previous Roxy came with the green decal, green mirror, and also the green indicators on the spoiler too, but this one comes with the red indicators all over the car. So you can see this is it, the red 77 decal, the red mirror, and also the red background on the AO Racing logo on the spoiler. So this indicates that these cars with the red indicators race in the GTD Pro class category, whereas the one with the green decals and the green mirrors and also the green spoiler indicator are the ones which race in the basic GTD category or the GTD amateur category. I can show you the previous release of the Roxy. I also made a video on that. So these are the indicators as I told you about. The decal number is 80 with a green background, green mirror, and the green sides on the spoiler. Not the whole spoiler isn't green, just the side with the background. So you can see the differences between two cars here. It's pretty simple, you can tell. And the indicators are red for the GTD Pro class category, and for the normal category it's the green indicators, at least for the AO Racing team differentiation. So these would be the cars racing under different categories, both categories. Also, if you can see, there's a QC issue on the spoiler here. The 80 Roxy is having a stable spoiler, whereas the 77 Roxy is having a slant or like a bent spoiler. It's like going in an inclined plane kind of thing. The car is straight but the spoiler is bent. So this happens in a lot of IMSA models. The spoilers are really delicate, so I've also advised please be careful when you're dealing with IMSA model spoilers. They're really delicate and they can break too. So this is the side view with all the tampos. Multimatic GTD Pro is mentioned here as I told you earlier, and the 77 decal, WeatherTech, multimatic tampo, and this is like a arms of a T-Rex protruding right outside the door. So this is the legs or like the limbs of the T-Rex. So you can also see the side vent system here, and there's also exit vents here. So there's the 88 number display system, or this is like a graphical number display system, and you can see the riveted glass. So this is a really good livery. It has become really an anticipated livery, and AO Racing has managed to gain more fans just with the livery more than racing. The amount of fans for the AO Racing team has to be mainly due to their livery. They also race really well. I'm not criticizing them. Say like they're just famous for their liveries and they do not race well or anything as such. They really do their best, and they do lot of fans have arrived from this Roxy livery for the AO Racing teams more than the actual IMSA watchers. There's just plain hype going around, which was caused by Mini GT and Hot Wheels mainly for the AO Racing team. You can see the Michelin tires here, tampoed Michelin tires on both sides, on both tires. They're free rolling too, and the canards also with the teeth closing here, and there's the Motul badging here. Again, there's a Michelin badging here too. This is a carbon fiber front bumper. The lower bumper is of carbon fiber coated. So this is of side view. The mirror is not so sturdy, but kind of sturdy. Please be careful with the mirror and also the spoiler. There's 77 decals here, WeatherTech, tampos, and you can see the Porsche badging and the IMSA badging. There's two headlamps on the front, and this car looks really scary kind of representation with all the teeth protruding outside from the bumper. So there's like Porsche badging here. The red indicates the GT3 Pro class. Of course, as I had mentioned earlier, this is the tail of the T-Rex. So it's the the drivers' names here. It says Julian Anleuer and Lurin Heinrich. So these are the driver names which are printed on the side of the car's hood. Let's see what's on the other side. Is it the same? Yeah, it is the same. These two would be the drivers for this specific car. That's why it's printed on the hood. Rear top view would be the again riveted glass system here to maintain the pressure of the air coming from the race, and you can see beautiful roll cage details on the inside, the white roll cage details. You can see it here. This would be the roll cage. So this is a single seater car. There's no other seat. Don't see any seat. You can see the seat for the left hand drive here, and there's no seat here. Considering the racers swap with each other after certain laps or the certain time period, this is just a single seated car. The lights are too much on both sides, so it looks like the car is of pale pink rather than being a dark pink color. So we have the GTD Pro badge here too, and the 77 decal here, AO Racing logo here. So there's like twin exhausts here. This would be the exhaust with a white outline here on the back. That would be the indicator for the exhaust. The tail lights are inserts, and the headlights were also inserts of transparent inserts. This one has the red light tail light inserts, and there's like tampos here, Michelin tampo, VP, some tampo here again. There's also one more tampo here, Saber if I'm not wrong. These all would be the sponsorship for the specific car which is racing under the category. So this would be the rain lights, these tiny representation of the lights. These would be the rain lights here to indicate that the car is driving throughout the rain. Coming to the base, we have this plain base here. So it's a 2023 Porsche 911 GTR GT3R used under license, and it is manufactured made in China, and it is done by Mini GT, of course. So we have the screw system. As I always tell regarding the Mini GTs, you can always use the screws, unscrew it, remove it. You can change wheel swap it, or like probably paint the interior and put it back in. That's all would be the usage for the screwed base. So I wish these had tread marks on them to represent actual racing cars, but these can also represent the post race versions where all the tread marks would have been faded and the tires become really flat and smooth. And there's this thing which I didn't tell you. There's this GT3 roar on the right below the spoiler, or like proper attention to detail, but still it's cute from the racing team to put it right there. So this will be all. Also, there's this QC issue on my car. You can see this gap here. The spoiler is supposed to sit straight. I'll probably remove this and make a touring version of the car, GT3 touring version. That's what I'll be making this. Since I have gotten box, so I have an extra version of this car, I'll keep that as proper non-QC one for display. Free roll test rolls pretty good. So this is it about the 77 Roxy. I've discussed everything from all sides, top view, front view, everything I've discussed, and I've given a honest review about it. Hope Mini GT works on this QC, and so that the buyers won't be disappointed. I'll try to make this into a GT3 version right now. Yeah, that is how easy the spoiler comes right off the bat. You can see this is how delicate Mini GT works on their spoilers. I hope they provide really proper sturdy spoilers for the IMSA variants. Now that the spoiler is removed, you can literally see a new car here. This is like a normal GT3 version with the touring concept. I'll show you the proper non-QC version of this. So a spoiler can make a lot of difference. These two look very different, at least from my side. Let me know your opinion in the comments. I'll probably use this for some sort of custom. So this is it guys about the 77 Roxy Porsche from the Mini GT lineup. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, share, subscribe and comment for more. I'll be getting you more content in the coming week. So please stay tuned to my channel. I'll be getting it real soon. Thank you. Bye bye.